Polish physicist Marie Curie once stated that nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more so that we may fear less. Poland is rich in history, has a diverse heritage, and has endured much adversity in modern history. I strive to learn more about Poland because I found I did not know very much about the country despite my own heritage. In the weeks of research, I have discovered many interesting facts that I'd like to share with you. Unless you're a big fan of pierogies or kielbasa, it's likely that your association of Poland stems from its role in World War II. Not only would I like to shed some light on the significance of the war, but I'd like to share some of the experience of the Polish people. Firstly, we should expand on the ethnicities that contribute to Polish heritage. According to an article from the Global Road Warrior, which is a database based on information on 175 countries, the Polish people are primarily Slavic. However, they have influences from German, Hungarian, Byzantine, and Ottoman Empire roots. However, it should also be noted the significance of Poland to the Jewish population. Because before the establishment of the State of Israel in 1948, Poland was still home to the largest concentration of the Jewish population. This is because in 1264, Poland passed a law that protected the rights and liberties of the Jewish people. This led to immigration and expansion, and in the year 1500, Poland was home to 80% of the world's Jewish population. We'll now look into some points of interest for historical tourism. As stated in the Val Royal Castle website, the Val Royal Castle is located in Krakow, which is actually the original capital of Poland. The Val Royal Castle is also the home of the historic Polish statehood, which I never heard of. It is in a museum now that features exhibits such as the Italian Renaissance works of art, and oddly, the largest European collection of Ottoman tents. According to the Polish Tourism Organization website, the modern capital of Warsaw has endured many hardships, and it wears its scars through its museums. It should also be noted that the architecture is beautiful, but it's a restoration because in 1944, when the Polish people tried to fight back against Nazi Germany, Warsaw was decimated to rubble. In Warsaw, you'll find the Poland Museum, which is the museum of the history of Polish Jews. Finally, we should examine Hofstede's dimensional rating of Poland. Social psychologist Gerrit Hofstede founded the cultural dimensions featured on the Hofstede's Insights website. Of these cultural dimensions, I selected for us to focus on the uncertainty avoidance dimension, which is essentially the scale of how countries feel about sticking with what they know and progressing to try something new. And Poland scored a 93 on the uncertainty avoidance, which essentially means that they're stubborn, but they are greatly rooted in what they know and that it works. I felt like this was important because I went to the historical timeline on the Global Road Warrior database and put together that in 50 years, Poland has endured political hardship and war on their own soil. This started in 1939 with a Nazi invasion. And in 1945, Soviet Russia liberated Poland from Nazi control only to put them under communist control. And from the years 1956 to 1983, Poland felt the oppression of the communist rule. It's not until 1989 when Poland is finally free and is able to create their own democracy. It is worth a visit to Poland for its history and iron-willed people. We spoke about the diversity of its heritage, its extensive history, and the experience of the Polish people. We should strive to feed our curiosity and expand our knowledge, because understanding each other is how we break down barriers and how we fear less.